Welcome to the Team Engagement Podcast, where leaders of teams share their insights. We discuss 6 questions in under 9 minutes because leaders know how to be concise. We'll go ahead and jump right into it today with our new guest, and we're glad to have you here with us today. The first question is always the same. In a few sentences, tell us who you are and what you do.
Sure. Well, thank you so much for having me. My name is Ben Levenbaum. I'm the CEO of Acceleration, and we are a company that designs reward solutions through the form of employee engagement, recognition, sales incentives, and customer loyalty programs for our clients in the US and globally. And what I do, obviously, as many CEOs, is a little bit of everything, of course. But since we've started, certainly been involved in building our team and framing our culture. And we started in 1999, so we've been at it for quite a bit of time. And I obviously certainly have a role in our industry and the products and solutions that we bring to market.
Well, that's fantastic, and especially with your product and service and industry, that's near and dear to my heart. So I already appreciate what you do. So thank you. Second question, what's the best thing about working with a team?
So personally, and I think probably most people, but I love to win. Our team loves to win. And I think that we really try to celebrate the wins, whether that's a new client, launching a new program, bringing a new solution to market. We really think that it's a team activity at our company, and it's something that we take a lot of pride in making sure that we're recognizing, each of the members who contributed to that. And we don't have a lot of sole contributors. It's not we don't have a big company where somebody comes and they just have one job on an assembly line. Everyone, has lots of fingers in lots of different places. And so I enjoy that.
Well, that sounds great. Thank you. Question number 3, I hear from other leaders of teams that it can be a challenge to get team members engaged. What are your thoughts?
Well, this is our business, obviously, engaging employees. And, I think it's different for every team, every company. Every company has a unique set of services and values and demographics of their employees, and certainly generations of employees. And so that all forms to, form a unique culture. And, engaging employees, therefore, kind of takes on a different, a little bit of a different twinge at each company. But, we focus on communications, obviously recognition, which is a big piece of what we do, and feedback. Of course, so many times managers are trained to give constructive feedback, and they focus on things that people are doing wrong potentially, but it's also a manager's job to recognize their employees and focus on what they're doing right, and get those behaviors repeated. So that's a big piece of what we talk about. And then I think it's really important that employees know and the team members know what is the why of your company. Why are they here? What's the mission? It has to be more than just creating shareholder value and more money in the owner's pockets. There has to be a reason for them to come to work and feel that they're a part of something. I think that's really has a huge piece in creating an engaging culture. So our why is to design programs that lead employees to go to work because they want to, not because they have to. And we deliver that through the different incentive and reward solutions that we deliver.
Well, that is such great information that you're sharing, because and obviously I share your enthusiasm for this particular area, so it's easy for us to agree. But you're hitting on some really important points about helping people really enjoy their job and want to come to work. I love that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, question number 4, what other piece of advice would you give to leaders of teams?
So I would say that your engagement strategy needs to be a strategy. It's is equal. Your culture and forming your culture and maintaining it is as important as your sales strategy and your marketing strategy and your financing strategy. It takes time. You have to adapt. You have to listen, to what your employees are telling you, and you have to focus on your culture. That's really, really important.
That's great advice. Great advice. Question number 5. What other successful leaders of teams, such as yourself, would you like to recognize that have had a positive influence in your life?
So I would say, well, my father is a entrepreneur and has owned a construction business all his life, and I've watched him have successes and challenges in business, and he always kept an even keel and came out on the other side. And it's just something I've always looked up for, because running a business is a roller coaster. There's good days and bad days, and you got to be able to just walk right through them all and not lose a step. So certainly my father. And then I have a few mentors in the business world. One of them is a gentleman in Charlotte. His name is Steve Amedio. He's the chief solutions architect of a company out of Charlotte called TKXS. And he's a couple of years ahead of me on the entrepreneur path. And it's just someone to, share experiences with. And you need to have those people in your life that are going to give you feedback and tell you when you're messing up, and tell you when you need to suck it up, and tell you when you're doing things right. And when you're the leader of the company, sometimes you don't have people to tell you those things, so I've leaned on a lot of people in my life to, kind of get that feedback and keep moving forward.
Well, certainly you've been very fortunate to have those people in your life. So I'm glad to hear that. That's great. Well, final question. Tell us a little about your first job.
So, well, my first job was working for my father's construction company. So
That makes sense.
started really young, and I was the low man on the totem pole for several years, and kind of walked around the job site and did whatever job nobody else wanted. But learned a lot about life and hard work and different professions, and what it's like to build something, and to you come in at the beginning of the day, and there's no hole in the ground, and you leave at the end of the day and there's a big hole in the ground, and you did that, right? And I'm sure you're like me, right? You come in now and you've got 100 emails, and at the end of the day you still have 100 emails. They might be different emails, but what did you really build, right? What did you do? And so I think that's why I enjoy kind of building out our team and building out our company. I mean, it's something that I've always thought of as a way to kind of measure success and have some pride of what you've kind of built. So I've taken a lot from those early experiences, but that's just one aspect of it.
It sure sounds like you learned a lot from them and have been able to continue to use that information for productive purposes in your adult life and in your own career in business. So that's fantastic. Congratulations for that. Ben, thank you so much for being on the podcast today. How can people find you?
So best way is visiting our website or sending me an email. So our website is acceleration.com. That starts with an X. So it's XCELERATION.com. And my email is benl@acceleration.com. And certainly if you have any questions about engagement or recognition or culture, or what it's like to work in an entrepreneurial environment and build a team, I'm happy to have any kind of conversations like that, whether it's related to business or just having a personal chat. So,
well, you've been very generous with your time today. So thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Sean.
You're very welcome. This is Sean Richards with the Team Engagement Podcast, where leaders of teams share their insights. For more ideas, you can find us on LinkedIn by searching Blue Sky Business Consulting. Thanks so much for joining us, and have a great day.